Hello and welcome to this episode in our series on neurodevelopmental disorders. Imagine a family has a child with a particular kind of neurodevelopmental disorder such as autism spectrum disorder or intellectual disability disorder. The child will grow to become an adolescent, and an adolescent in few years will become an adult. This is called transitioning from one stage to another stage in development. The parents of such children will have some concerns about how the child will transition from childhood to adolescence and from adolescence to adulthood, and what are the things that they have to take care of during this transition. We will try to address some of these concerns in this particular episode. Come, let us meet our expert.
Transition in general means the roles and responsibilities will change. Usually in developing adolescence to adulthood, they take up new roles in the society and they take up new job and they become more independent. So this is quite easy for them because they are the majority and society is geared up for it from the always. When it comes to the children with IDD and ASD, why it becomes important is because the parents need to think about it, search for the avenues, plan where these children with IDD and ASD can take up this new role, and then it takes time and it takes planning for a smooth transition. So this is why it is important in children with ASD and IDD. So, as I said, in children with adolescents with IDD and ASD, the parents need to think of it prior. So, it takes 2-3 aspects in the planning. One is that they know the ability of the child. Second, they know the community resources available. Third, they prioritize this also as important as the academic aspects of the growing adolescent. So, as I said, the process involves 3 aspects. You prioritize this process, you search for available community resources, you know the ability of the adolescent with IDD ASD. Knowing all these 3 and planning this will help in the transition. Usually the parents focus too much on education and don't focus too much on this, which makes it more challenging for them. So, when it comes to transition in adolescent with IDD and ASD, if they are in touch with a mental health professional on regular basis, they know when to initiate this discussion. That can be very much helpful for the family and the adolescent with IDD and ASD. Second part is it's a team. They have a psychiatrist, a social worker and a psychologist. As a team, they try to identify his abilities, his strengths. Based on that, they do recommend what skills that he can be trained at home or in a vocational center, so that he can be prepared in parallel with academic training, and this can be helpful for him to get into a job. Along with this, what they also do is they also help the person to learn the basic daily skills that are needed to ensure his safety, to travel, to manage his economics, and also to search the jobs through their networks they may have. So, to do this process, there are 2 steps which are very important. One is that they should be in touch on regular basis from the early childhood during adolescence with a mental health professional who is locally available. Currently, even at the government hospitals, at taluk hospitals under Mano Chaitanya Clinic, on 2 stays these teams are available. Second is this parent should become a member of Parents Association, which are recognized under National Trust Act. Both this continuous contact with these 2 systems will help the parents to understand the child, his abilities, his needs, and also plan the transition very well.
This concludes the episode on transitioning of children with neurodevelopmental disorders. We understood what is the concept of transition in children with autism spectrum disorder and intellectual disability disorder, why this is important, how this can be handled, what is the role of a mental health professional, and where to seek help at the community level. We'll be back with our next episode. Namaste.